Is going on, everybody? It is Thursday, May 14th, and we have some action to dive into. No NBA tonight, oddly enough, but we will recap last night. Then we go into the NHL playoffs, 2 games, and we got a pretty solid MLB slate, as well as the Open Championship. PGA Championship is starting today, so we obviously got to look at that. We went 6-9 last night, but we went 0-6 on the NBA and soccer. So if you take those out, we went 6-3 on everything else. Obviously, we don't take that out because we bet it, but we went good on everything else. Unfortunately, just those three, we completely missed the reads there. Went down 4.25 units overall. Now let's dive into each individual sport, starting with an NBA recap. We just got the read wrong. The Pistons, we wanted them to win. If they win, Cade Cunningham gets the assists that he always gets. Tobias Harris probably helps out a lot more if they win. He contributes a little bit more, which contributes to the win. That didn't happen. The Pistons lost. Cade ended with 7 assists, and Tobias Harris had 7 rebounds, which is good, but only 13 points. We needed him to get over 22.5 points and rebounds, so fell short there. Down 3 units because we went 0-3. Brings our season down 9.1, so obviously want to turn that around and get that going in the right direction. Now, that is all. There is no NBA games tonight, so we will look at that again tomorrow, which will probably be a recap or a rematch of the Cavs Pistons. I believe they play tomorrow. Head over to the MLB Diamond. We went 3-2 last night. We cashed the Nerfy, so that train keeps on rolling. Galoff over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. That cashed. In the Blue Jays, they covered their run line, so looked good there. Lugo got pulled early, so unfortunate. In the Red Sox, they give up a run in the third, which keeps them and the Phillies tied going through the first 5 innings, so unfortunate. But up 0.91 units on the season. We're still down 19.8, but you gotta think we were down 24 units at one point. Had a terrible start to the season. We've slowly worked our way back up. We're trying to get back in the green here. To do that, 5 best bets for tonight. JJ Weatherholt over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs versus the A's. Weatherholt's been on a roll. His last 5 games, he's had 2, 6, 1, 2, and 4 hits, runs, and RBIs. Just looking at him to continue this hot streak, keep it going here, especially in a game versus the Athletics. Not exactly the strongest defensive performers out there, so hopefully he can keep that train rolling. Then we head over to the Cubs Braves. Under 4.5 runs for the first 5. This is honestly a really high run line for the first 5 with the 2 pitchers we have battling it out here. We'll go through the pitchers here, but we're just looking at the first 5 innings, remove the bullpen, under 4.5 runs. And we're looking at Chris Sale versus Ben Brown. Chris Sale, he's 6-2, a 2.2 ERA, a 0.88 whip, going up against Ben Brown, 1-1, 1.82 ERA, so better than Chris Sale's, and a 0.92 whip. Don't trust the Cubs bullpen. That's why I only do the first 5. The Braves, best team in baseball. Obviously, their bullpen's pretty decent, but I just don't. I can see the Cubs giving up some runs later on. Do I think they give up 4? I don't know, but I'd rather stick with just the 2 Cy Young candidates and let this be a pitcher's duel in the first 5 innings. Cubs, Braves, under 4.5. Then we head over to the Red Sox, Phillies. Taking the Red Sox on the money line. The Red Sox go to the Braves after this series, so I think they're going to want to get as many wins as they can here because I don't know if they're going to come out of that series with any. Braves, like I said, best team in baseball. Don't think they're really going to lose to the Red Sox, who have been struggling a little bit. Then we also have Ranger Suarez on the mound for the Red Sox. Just came over from the Phillies, going up against the Phillies. This may be a little bit of a narrative script game here for him. Kind of a revenge. I don't know if really a revenge game. I don't know how those terms kind of ended, but you're going up against your old team. There is a little bit of bad blood there. You're going to want to prove them wrong and pitch an absolute gem. So hopefully Suarez can go out there and do exactly that. So Red Sox on the money line versus the Phillies. Don't mind the under here. Every game this series has been 4-1, 5-2. It's been under. So I don't mind that play, but I think the Red Sox, they get this game done regardless. Then we go to Chris Bubik over 5.5 strikeouts taking on the White Sox. Chris has averaged 1 strikeout per inning over his 8 starts this year. So if he gets into his 6th inning, hopefully we see a 6 strikeout. He just keeps that average going. He's pitched 42 innings this year. He's had 42 strikeouts. So if he gets into a 6, hopefully he gets a 6 strikeout. That's all we're kind of looking at there. Then no run first inning, Tigers versus Mets. That's our Nerfy of the day. We are 16-10 on the Nerfy, so keeping that rolling. Now we head over to the NHL. We got 2 games on the slate here for some playoff action. Quick recap though of last night. We went 2-1. Blackwood got pulled early after letting in 3 in the first period, so he missed his saves prop. Boldy, 5 shots. He cashes over 3.5, and the over hits in overtime. So hey, it was a sweat, but we got there. We went up 0.84 units. On the season, we're down 0.05. So we're basically running even right now. Obviously, we want to be back in the green, but we're right there. Now, to do that, best bets for tonight, Sabres, money line versus the Canadians. This ultimately just comes down to who you think's going to win this series. Because whoever wins Game 5 when the series is tied 2-2 wins 82% of the time. Pretty good substantial margin there. I think the Sabres take this series against the Canadians, so I think they're going to take Game 5, give them the edge to win. I do think probably whoever wins this game, I would throw some money on them to win the series. That's kind of what you're going to look at there. Then we head over to the Knights-Ducks game. We're taking Pavel Dorofeyev. That's a tough one. I never actually said that out loud. Dorofeyev. The F to the Y is weird. Over 2.5 shots. Round out the series against the Mammoths, he had 3 shots, 3, 4, 3, and 1. Currently, to round out this series, he struggles in the beginning of the series. He had 1-1 with the Mammoths games, and he had 1-1 against the Ducks here. 1-shot game. But since then, he's had 4 shots and 4 shots, and then we just went over how he ended the Mammoth series. I think we're going to see multiple shot game from him again tonight, especially if they want to kind of try to close this game out here. They're up 3-2 in the series. With that, though, I think we do see an over. So that's our next pick, Knights-Ducks, over 6.5. Ducks have the offensive capability. We saw them go up against Edmonton. We saw them hit the over in the beginning of this series. Elimination game for them. I foresee a lot of shots being put. I could certainly see some pucks in the net. I don't know if this game moves to a Game 7, so I'm staying away from the money line, but I certainly think this might be a shootout to try to get there for the Ducks. So over 6.5. Those are our 3 best bets for the NHL. As I said, the PGA Championship is this weekend, or the Open Championship. I forget which one it actually is, but one of them is this weekend. One of the majors is this weekend, and it starts today. There's a make the cut parlay boost over on DraftKings. I'm obviously going to use that because making the cut, definitely a little bit easier than trying to predict your top 10 or so. But making the cut, we're taking Sam Burns, Andrew Novak, and Max Homa, putting half a unit on it at plus 392 with that boost over on DraftKings. Looking for those 3 guys to make the cut. They made it at Augusta. They all are shooting pretty well. They've all came in top 20 so far this year in some of the, at least once in their tournaments. I think these guys are going to be able to at least get by the cut. Whether they come in the top 20, don't really care. They just need to make it to Saturday. So that's what we're looking at there. And then 2 other bets we're adding to the timeline. We did get a couple of bets yesterday if you guys tuned into that. But Chris Goddard top 30. This actually comes in at plus money for Goddard, so that's kind of interesting. That's why I went and picked it there. And then Cam Young, same thing, plus money for top 10. This guy's in the without market. He is projected to win so much that they have a without market in Cam Young. But top 10, you're getting plus money. Doesn't really line up if you ask me, but he certainly has the capabilities to win with how he's playing, and I think top 10 is certainly in his wheelhouse here. So top 10 for Cam Young, top 30 Chris Goddard, and then the make the cut parlay of Sam Burns, Andrew Novak, Max Homa, half a unit on that one. All right, then we head over to the soccer pitch, and this was the real killer yesterday. Bad read all around. Barca second string, couldn't get it done. Montreal falls short, and Atletico didn't score. So just bad reads all around. Went down 3 units. We're down 3.9 on the season after yesterday. And that's what really killed our day. Going 0-3 on the soccer, 0-3 on NBA. ruined our day. We had it pretty good all around, but here we go. Best bets for the soccer pitch today, though. Valencia versus Valenciano. Valencia versus Valenciano. Both teams to score over 2.5 goals. We're comboing those up. You guys know, I explain it every time. It's both teams to score and then game total over 2.5. It's kind of a parlay that's already pre-made in a lot of sports books. These two teams very evenly matched. I certainly think goals will be scored. The only thing I worry about is a 1-1 draw here. I could certainly see a 1-1 aspect. Maybe you hedge both teams over 2.5 because it's plus money with a 1-1. Maybe you kind of hedge those a little bit, but on the exacta. But I just don't love doing that because you could get it wrong and lose both aspects there. So over 2.5, both teams to score. Valencia versus Valenciano. Then we head over to Real Madrid versus Real Oviedo. This is just straight up both teams to score. Real Madrid losing to Barca is going to want to make a statement here. But Oviedo has the ability to net one here. In the last 10 games for Madrid, they've only shut out a team twice. So they win pretty handily, but they always just let up one. If you just look at their last results, matches, it'll be like 80th minute, goal for the other team. 82nd minute, goal for the other team. 78th minute, goal for the other team. 90th minute, goal for the other team. It's like they just stop playing after they're up 2-3-0. And the other team just nets one late in the game. So hopefully that happens here. Like I said, they've only shut out a team twice. They've only been shut out twice. One of them was Barca last game. Not exactly going up against Barcelona here. So Real Oviedo definitely a different caliber of play than Barcelona. So taking Madrid, probably definitely going to win, but their odds are juice. So taking both teams to score here. Lastly, we're taking Girona money line versus Sociedad. The clear favorite here. And if you go on the three-way money line, so the draw is an option, it gives you right around, I think it's minus 125 for Girona money line. It's just they're the better team. I don't like both teams to score because I don't know if Girona's even going to allow Sociedad to find the net here. So I think Girona money line, they could win this 2-0 very, very easily. So I'm taking Girona on the three-way money line. That is going to round out our bets for Thursday, May 14th. Appreciate you all so much for watching. If you're on the podcast, head over to X. I've been very active over there. Or YouTube, leave a comment. Let me know your favorite pick, what you're tailing, what you're fading. Obviously everybody's got their own ideologies and the different way they read narratives. So if you see something that maybe I didn't catch, definitely let me know. Let's see who comes out on top. But until tomorrow.